John Farrell with the Farrell Law Firm. Today we're going to answer questions from the internet about estate planning. But first, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We put out new videos almost every day. And make sure you hit the like button because, hey, every like helps. John Farrell with the Farrell Law Firm. To tell you a little bit about myself, I'm the author of Estate Planning for the Modern Family, and I was recently voted one of the top 2 lawyers here in Cobb County, Georgia, along with the law firm being voted one of the top 2 law firms here in Cobb County, Georgia. Today, we're going to answer questions from the internet about estate planning. All right, so the first question we have is from Napoleon at Napoleon. All right, starting off with the good one. Did I have an estate plan? Well, Napoleon, that's a simple question, which is yes, by the way, but the better question you should have, because you weren't there to see it through, is what happened to your estate plan? Well, most of you probably know that Napoleon was exiled from France in May of 1814 on an island called Elba, which was only 10 miles off the Italian coast. Well, this exile didn't last that long, though, because he returned to France less than a year later. But he was exiled for the last time on an island in the South Atlantic called St. Helena. This island is over 4,000 miles from France, so the exile stuck this time. Knowing that his days were numbered, Napoleon drafted a last will and testament. It's not surprising that he would. After all, the idea of having a last will and testament had been around for 4,000 years by the time he wrote his, but the circumstances of Napoleon's estate plan is what intrigues most people. You see, Napoleon drafted his will in his own handwriting, which was required by French law at the time when there wasn't a notary present. But it's not recommended you do that today, and it even caused problems for Napoleon as his handwriting was nearly illegible. Complicating the probate of his will, Napoleon was involved in some deception, as he not only wrote a last will and testament, but he also wrote 7 or 8 codicils or amendments to his will. It's unclear if there was an 8th codicil because someone claimed that there was one, but it was never produced. Napoleon named 3 executors to his will and made over 70 individual bequests of money to different people. Now, somehow, Napoleon's will found its way into the hands of the British. Napoleon's nephew asked Britain for the will, and the request was granted by Queen Victoria, who handed over Napoleon's will to the French ambassador at the time, who was none other than Count Walewski, who was Napoleon's illegitimate son. Finally, in 1860, about 40 years after the will was written, Napoleon's probate was declared closed. This is an unusually long probate, even for an estate as potentially complicated as Napoleon's. His original will is on file at the Imperial Archives in the Armoire de Fer, or the Iron Cabinet. So, Napoleon, you did have an estate plan that was carried out according to your wishes for the most part. It just took a long time to get it done. That's really all we have to talk about today. If you've watched our videos for any amount of time, then you know what we do is we help people plan their estates. To do that, we've created a book called Estate Planning for the Modern Family. You're going to want to get a copy of this book, so I'm putting a link in the description below so you can order it online. It will tell you all about wills, trusts, powers of attorney, and the probate process. It also comes with a bonus. The bonus is if you have trouble sleeping at night, you can read it and it will get you right to sleep, so make sure you read it in the morning. If you want to learn a little bit more about the firm or maybe schedule a free consultation for yourself, give us a call at 678-809-4922. That's 678-809-4922. I'm also putting a link in the description below so you can reach out to us to schedule that free consultation. All right, that's all we have for today. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because we put out new videos almost every day, and make sure you hit the like button because, hey, every like helps.